The images are shocking. Armored vehicles rolling through California farmland. Agents in masks firing tear gas. Helicopters swooping low over greenhouses as farm workers scatter in fear. This isn't a war zone. It's Southern California, where Immigration and Customs Enforcement, or ICE, is waging what critics call a full-blown crackdown. It started with Glasshouse Farms, one of California's largest licensed cannabis growers. ICE agents, backed by National Guard troops, stormed their nurseries in Carpinteria and Camarillo. Tear gas choked protesters as helicopters hovered overhead. At least 100 workers were detained. Among them, according to the DHS, were 10 juveniles, 8 of them unaccompanied. Local lawmakers were blocked from entering the site. City council members were injured in clashes, and in a state where cannabis is legal, the raids raised a crucial question. Was this about the law or about sending a message? As images of crying children and tear gas-filled fields went viral, California Governor Gavin Newsom launched a scathing attack on federal authorities online and offline. In one post, Newsom condemned the chaos. Kids running from tear gas, crying on the phone because their mother was just taken from the fields. Trump calls me Newscum, but he's the real scum. The DHS hit back hard. Why were there children working at a marijuana facility, Gavin? Wrote a DHS spokesperson. The back and forth escalated into a political brawl, with Newsom's office calling the raids inhumane and accusing Trump's team of using federal agents to evoke chaos, fear, and terror within communities. Trump's 1,000-page Big Beautiful Bill gives ICE an unprecedented $75 billion through 2029, turning the agency into America's largest federal law enforcement body. Here's what's changing. $45 billion to double detention capacity to over 100,000 beds. $30 billion to hire 10,000 new deportation officers and upgrade its deportation fleet. $16.5 billion in state grants for enforcement, potentially adding even more camps. $170 billion total for immigration enforcement across the Department of Homeland Security. For perspective, ICE will soon employ more agents than the FBI. Its budget now eclipses the FBI, the DEA, the ATF, US Marshals, and Bureau of Prisons combined. Critics call it Trump's personal militia, while supporters call it long overdue. Southern California has become ICE's testing ground. Since June, several reports suggest that more than 2,700 people have been arrested across Los Angeles.
They completely protected the ICE operation.
Raids at Home Depot parking lots, donut shops, and garment factories have sown panic in immigrant communities. At MacArthur Park, armored ICE units on horseback charged through playgrounds and soccer fields.
It says everything you and I need to know about the state of mind of the President of the United States in this administration. So to those that feel torn asunder by everything that's happened over the course of the last 6 months, notably highlighted and reinforced last 6 weeks and over the course of the last 60 minutes and day like today, I want folks to know we have your back.
National Guard troops were federalized to support ICE. Marines were deployed for crowd control. ICE's power is unlike any other US law enforcement agency.
Zorhan Mandami, who in his nomination speech said he will defy ICE and will not allow ICE to arrest criminal aliens in New York City. Your message to communist Zorhan Mandami?
Well, then we'll have to arrest him. Look, we don't need a communist in this country, but if we have one, I'm going to be watching over him very carefully on behalf of the nation.
It operates outside criminal law, giving its agents wide leeway to detain and deport with minimal oversight. Many wear masks not for anonymity in combat, but to shield their identities from public backlash. And unlike the FBI or local police, ICE agents don't need warrants for many operations. Critics say it's a secret police force in plain sight. Even allies warn about the risks of rapid expansion. With tens of thousands for new agents and billions for detention centers, ICE's hiring spree could attract recruits drawn to its rough-em-up tactics. But Trump's ambitions for ICE go beyond border enforcement. The agency now has jurisdiction to operate nationwide, targeting not just undocumented immigrants, but anyone seen as an obstruction to its mission. Lawmakers, city officials, and even US citizens have reportedly been detained during operations. In the words of one ICE sector chief, "Better get used to us. This is the new normal." As ICE's footprint grows and its budget balloons, a chilling question looms. Is this still immigration enforcement, or is America witnessing the birth of a national police force?